having 2 issues last year, which Acting Fire Marshal Mowbray will talk about. But it's important that we are able to educate our public to understand the importance between the the fireworks that are allowed in the state of Maryland in some locations and the ones that are not allowed in some locations across the state. So this morning, we'd like to thank the Howard County Fire Department for allowing us to come here to the training center and being able to provide this situation for you so you understand. And then this morning, I'd like to introduce Jason Mowbray. He's the Acting State Fire Marshal for the Office of State Fire Marshal.
Hello, good morning, everybody. I'd like to thank Howard County for their partnership in hosting this event with us today. Without their partnership and teamwork, we wouldn't be able to get this important safety message out. Today, I'd like to draw your attention to a form of celebration that, while dazzling and exciting, also comes with an inherent danger, and that is fireworks. As we approach Independence Day, fireworks often take center stage, lighting the sky with bursts of color and sound. However, amidst these festivities, it's crucial to consider the potential risks associated with these explosive displays. First, fireworks pose a significant fire hazard. Sparks and the smoldering remains of fireworks can easily ignite surrounding structures, dried vegetation, or even clothing. Every year, Maryland sees a significant increase in property damage, including house fires, due to mishandled, malfunctioning fireworks. These incidents endanger lives and result in devastating property loss and environmental damage. Secondly, fireworks can cause serious injuries. In 2023, the Consumer Product Safety Commission reported 8 deaths and an estimated 9,700 injuries involving fireworks. Tragically, 2 of those deaths were here in Maryland. Both of these were directly attributed to the mishandling of fireworks. Despite safety guidelines and regulations, accidents occur far too frequently. Burns, lacerations, and eye injuries are all too common among those handling or even just observing unpermitted firework displays. The unpredictable nature of fireworks means that even experienced individuals can be caught off guard by malfunctions or improper handling. Moreover, the noise generated by fireworks can adversely affect vulnerable populations. Sensory sensitivities, veterans suffering from PSD, livestock, and pets are particularly susceptible to the stress and anxiety induced by loud explosions. The sudden and unexpected nature of fireworks can trigger traumatic responses and worsen pre-existing conditions. Starting today through next weekend, there will be 97 public firework displays throughout Maryland. Each display will have qualified licensed fireworks shooters on site performing the shows, and qualified personnel from the Office of the State Fire Marshal and our local and county partners will ensure that the displays are safe before any firework is launched. While fireworks can be a thrilling part of our celebration, their potential dangers cannot be overlooked. By raising awareness and choices, we can ensure this 4th of July can remain joyful and safe for everyone involved. Let's celebrate responsibly and protect our communities and each other. Thank you. And with that, I'd like to introduce Chief Wallace of the Howard County Fire Department.
Thank you, Jason. Good morning, everyone. My name is Deputy Chief Gordon Wallace, Howard County Fire and Rescue. I'd like to welcome everybody to the James N. Roby Public Safety Training Center here in Marriottsville. From all of us here in Howard County and our state partners, we are encouraging everyone to please stay safe and leave the fireworks to the professionals this 4th of July. In Howard County, the sale, possession, and residential use of ground-based sparklers is prohibited. Violators are subject to a fine of up to $1,000. Party poppers, ignitable snakes, snap-in pops, and handheld sparklers are legal but can be very dangerous. Residents should note that handheld sparklers can reach up to 1,200 degrees Fahrenheit and cause significant injuries. There is always a spike in fireworks-related injuries and even deaths in the months surrounding Independence Day. We're determined to avoid that here in Howard County. Those who do purchase legal fireworks, the handheld sparklers, party poppers, ignitable snakes, and snap-in pops, should follow these safety tips. After a display, children should never pick up fireworks that may be left over, as they still may be active or hot to the touch. Douse used fireworks with a significant amount of water and leave them for several hours. Never point or throw fireworks at another person. Never try to relight fireworks that have not fully functioned. Keep a bucket of water or a garden hose nearby in case of a fire. Adults should always supervise fireworks activities and never let children handle fireworks. Be sure other people are out of range of fireworks before lighting them. Once again, there's going to be many shows and events throughout the region and the state, and we encourage everybody to leave the fireworks to the professionals. You'll have a better show. Thank you.
Next up, our partners from MedStar Health, Curtis National Hand Center is Way Winstead.
Want some show and tell. So unfortunately, we are here once again to discuss fireworks safety. I would have hoped that some of the recent events, especially the two NFL players who a few years ago lost fingers from fireworks accidents, but unfortunately with the proliferation of social media, the actual number of fireworks injuries in this country has actually been increasing every year for the past 10 to 15 years. Over the past 10 years, there's been over 130,000 ER visits for fireworks-related injuries. They range from fairly minor burns all the way up to devastating injuries with loss of fingers and occasionally death. You've already had some good advice on how to minimize effects and enjoy fireworks properly, but sometimes there's limits to what we can do. As sophisticated as we like to think we are with today's surgical skills, microsurgery, being able to rearrange tissue on the body, it's still very difficult to replace truly missing parts. And unfortunately, fireworks are explosions, and they have potentially devastating effects. And tissue that's been damaged in explosions often really can't be replaced, unlike a cut, like with a knife. When something's been blown off with an explosion, there's often very little that we can do to salvage that situation. But I appreciate this opportunity to remind everyone to be safe and to take special care when handling fireworks of any kind. Thank you.
Next up, we have Deborah Robinson. She's a DNP RN, a pediatric burn and trauma program manager for Johns Hopkins Children's Center.
Thank you. Good morning. Before taking this job on as burn and trauma program manager 2 years ago, I was an ER nurse in a level 1. All the work I've done is in a level 1 center for pediatrics. So we've seen, and I've seen, the worst of the worst come through our doors. Last fiscal year, Johns Hopkins Children's Center saw over 375 patients and when we say they're admitted, there's some devastation, there's some severe injuries that happen. These are not come in and get discharged type of injuries. These are injuries that need to be watched over time, need a special surgical interventions at times. So, and out of the 375 patients, half of those were admitted, and then half of those were transferred from outside facilities to our center. The big things to say about celebrating the 4th of July and what we ask is that everybody practice safety. As an ER nurse, one of the most devastating things for me to hear when a parent brings the child in or is brought in is, wow, I turned away for a second, 2 seconds. So the guilt that's there, and that you'll never be able to take that back. That is such a devastating response from parents. It only takes seconds, and it changes their lives forever. I know we're talking about fireworks. I do want to talk about backyard fire pits. They are a big portion of our injuries during this time of year. The sparks and the flame from the fires can catch a child's t-shirt on fire, or their shoes, or they run through them. Children, especially little teeny tiny ones, run around the fire pits. They can lose their balance and fall in. We've seen a lot of those, especially toddlers. Just as a reference point, the average age of a pediatric burn patient is 5 years old. So that just tells you what the range is. And we see patients from 0 to 18 years of age. And that's the reference age, is 5 years of age. Fire pit safety includes having a perimeter around the fire pit, have a water hose close by. Make sure to teach children about fire and teach them safety rules early on. Remember to avoid throwing things into the flames, which cause them to pop. Fire pits also remain extremely hot even till the next day. It's important to remember to completely extinguish the fire pits with water. We've talked about sparklers. They are fun. They're pretty. They're cute. Kids love them, but they do burn fairly high at 1,200 degrees Fahrenheit, and they cause burns if not handled correctly. They catch a lot of clothing on fire. Again, clothing on fire is one of our the main issues we see that have the most devastating effects. Children should always have adult supervision, and like I said again, provide them safety rules. Keep distances of 6 feet, keep them away from the face, wear shoes. And again, sparkler sticks also retain fire risk afterwards, so douse them in water. We can't stress enough to parents to leave the large firework displays to the pros. If attending neighborhood firework displays, it's important to keep children at least 100 feet away from where the fireworks are set off. The debris and the sparks can ignite dry grass, trees, and homes. Some of our worst burns are from clothing catching on fire and children falling into fire pits. One of our big burns, 2 burns from last year, were blast injuries from backfire or launch in an unexpected direction of a firework. It caused a lot of damage to a chest, not just the burn, but also the muscle and the tissues, and the lungs were affected. Burn injuries can sometimes be devastating. In addition to the physical trauma, it can cause significant psychological and emotional distress to the patient and the entire family. Adjustment processes that follow after burn is complex. In adolescence, changed appearance can diminish self and body esteem, and depending on how severe the burn can be, it can also lead to permanent injuries. These can lead to scarring, needing plastic surgery, hand surgery, physical and occupational therapy for their lifetime. As a Level 1 pediatric burn and trauma center, we focus heavily on injury prevention. Even the most benign activities, such as making s'mores, can lead to a burn injury. Marshmallows become very hot due to their high sugar content. They can get to a temperature of about 200 degrees at their gooeyest. Lastly, please use sunscreen and take away points. Supervise children, especially little ones. Teach children safety rules about being around fire and flames. And the best way to protect your family is not to use fireworks at home. Attend a public fireworks display done by professionals. Thank you.
So again, I just want to reiterate, on the left side of the table, these are the allowable items that are in for the state of Maryland that you can sell and purchase as a consumer. On the right side are all the legal fireworks that meets not the safety standards that we allow here. So at this point, we're going to end this portion of the segment, and we're going to go out back where the fire marshal will conduct a demonstration for you all. Thank you.
You want me to get the sticks?
No, because I'm going to leave everything. I know. Well, you know what? Don't trouble, right?
It does seem like a lot
It is.
to go outside.
Thank you so much for having that. How are you doing?
Go ahead, please.
Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
There we go. After you, sir. Where would you like for us to set up,
We're
gentlemen?
going to stay in the grassy area behind this stoop, but if you want to go take some before pictures of the devices, you can.
Okay, that'd be great.
Oh, like the mannequin and different
Yeah,
things?
right.
So we'll stay
Oh.
back here.
See what it is exactly.
Gotcha.
The safety zone will be behind this little curve in this grass.
Okay,
You want
thank you.
sticks up here, Billy?
Careful.
No, I'm gonna go down and get shots. They're gonna set us up over here.
Over
But
here?
we can get, yeah, but we can get close-up
Close-up?
shots of this stuff before.
Okay.
You want your sticks, Bill?
Yeah, please.
You do want them down here?
Yeah, thank you.
They have much better props than the state rail has.
Thank you, sir. Do I have to take that from you? You don't mind on my head?
This will demonstrate the sparkler, what a sparkler can do to a piece of clothing. This will be the regular 180 or the M80.
I might give you
The
this.
regular
if you don't mind
M80
just dragging that back.
and simulated one. And then in the M80 it's made of melon. So you can see it. And the melon would represent the body or the organ. Okay, if you're finished, you can go back up to that safety area. And we'll get the show on the road.
All right.
Down there.
Yeah, thank you. Is it okay if I leave a microphone, wireless microphone down here just for the explosion sound?
Your expense, sir.
All right.
Nah, M80's not good.
No, I'm just going to put it there over on the sidewalk so I don't forget it. Test, 1, 2, 3. Thank you so very much. Do you know which one you're going to start with?
Eyeball.
The eyeball right there?
Yes, sir. So we'll get you back onto the grass. Pass this for our first demonstration. Simulated eyeball with the firecracker.
What's up, Bill?
This is my live box. I'm live with this whole thing. That's our live band.
That's
Crazy.
amazing now.
Well, let me back up.
Okay.
So the first demonstration we'll do is a simulated eyeball. An ordinary firecracker is a low-grade explosive, but it is an explosive. They're illegal in the state of Maryland, across the board in all municipalities. And this is to demonstrate what a firecracker would do to a human eye if it were to detonate in here. Ready, sir?
No, no. I understand. I've seen mailboxes in there.
You can see there's divots in the egg. This is the closest thing from the Maryland Eye Center that we can use to demonstrate the effects or what the effects would be to the human eye if a firecracker were up near or close to it. So that's the purpose of that. What are we doing first, Corey? Shirt? So we'll do the shirt first because it lasts the longest. You guys like this long sight? Drop your mic. So most clothing, carpets, curtains are designed to be flame resistant but not fire proof. So even though they're fire resistant, they still have an ignition temperature. This is to demonstrate what an ordinary flare could do to some type of garment. So, and once that goes, we'll let it burn into the oven. So if you zoom in, that's just a flare, or that's just an ordinary perchlorate, handheld sparkler. That, of course, yeah, we have another one.
Stand by.
This will be a brief intermission. And it's not- Yeah, we set up for a shot for you. Yeah. These would be loud booms, so be weary so that you're
Which one are you going to do
right?
first?
First one's the independent M80. It's a quarter, that's an 8-foot stick of ordinary dynamite. They are illegal in the state of Maryland. And they
That's
do tremendous
just to the right of the
damage.
mannequin, that
Pretty
first one.
innovative for
Okay. Right down the line, Bill.
Gotcha.
We're ready on your count. 3, 2, 1. Quarter stick of dynamite. 3, 2, 1. That's all by itself. Now, to represent the same device and what we're simulating as a human hand will be the next one to the right. Quarter stick of dynamite in the hand. 3, 2, 1. You saw the pictures in the media room. That is no over-exaggeration, and that is what we see with traumatic injuries to the hands of firearms, especially with the higher grade MA. The last one we have is the same device in a melon. The melon is designed to show what the damage would be to more of a core or some type of bigger body part, a thigh, core, maybe even the head. Melon, 3, 2, 1. And we'll go back to the shirt. And that'll be it. Once we're finished and we extinguish once we're finished and we extinguish the shirt, we're welcome to go down there and get those up of what it is after. It doesn't take much. After about a minute and a half, the shirt will be consumed and all the burns to the body will have been experienced, and you can't take that back. So even handheld sparklers, which are legal in the state of Maryland, most places in the state of Maryland, still pose a threat if they're not heavily supervised by an adult, and especially to young children. So if you had anything you wanted to add, hand surgeon guy, doctor, I don't know.
Well, always happy to, it's fascinating to see, bigger, a couple of, especially 60 feet, obviously this is rubber equipment, but still, and, 80 in particular,
got some action plan. You guys are gonna extinguish it.
Here, yeah, it'll be right there.